This is for Austin. Hush puppies. Okay, Austin, this is for you. First of all, you're going to have to cut your onions up. I always make sure I got a real good sharp knife. So remember me telling y'all about the knife sharpener? I'm fixing to make hush puppies the Melita way. See, I already chopped up some onions. I wanted to show y'all this. I got always you can chop up onions, but if you're not hadn't done it a whole lot, I'm gonna go for the easy way because I'm in a hurry. Austin wanted these hush puppies because he's got a bunch of fish he's gonna cook, and he wanted to know how I made my hush puppies. So I told him he requested me doing this. Okay, all right. I like to make my hush puppies with Martha White self-rising cornmeal. I used a cup of that. I still like to use Jiffy Mix like I do with my fried cornbread. I like a little bit of sweet in mine. If you don't like sweet, don't use it. Not quite a cup. Use about a half a cup to a cup or 3/4 of a cup. Y'all know I don't like to measure nothing. And a half of a cup of self-rising flour. Okay, I have already put my cornmeal in my bowl. I'm going to show y'all how to cut up this onion. Now, they'll tell you on them cooking shows, all of them, to cut them up a certain way. That's how people cut their fingers. Ain't that right, Katie? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to use my chopper, which I've got a couple of different kinds of choppers. If you cut them in slices and just go back and cut them fine after you cut it in the slice, keep your fingers out of the way. Rake it all into your bowl. Now, I like a little bit of chunkiness to my onion and my hush puppies because they're going to cook. And if you go back like this, and just cut it after you cut it in slices, like that. And just chop it fine. If you like it fine, or if you like it chunky. Now I'm using a whole medium onion in this. I may not use the whole thing, but I probably will. Gotta do it my way. And just go ahead and slice it on down. My mama used to make good hush puppies. For years I tried to do it like her. That's one thing she could do, was any kind of bread. She was a good bread maker. She didn't do like rolls, yeast rolls and all that kind of stuff. She was more like a home bread, like biscuits and cornbread and that kind of stuff. The old-fashioned way. You know, back in the olden days, people didn't have a lot of time to be using that yeast and all that kind of stuff. They just had to make something they could do it real fast. She worked a job and raised a family. She didn't have time to be doing all that stuff. See, I got all that cut up. We'll put it all in here. There's going to be some onion in cones. Now, you can take and cut you some jalapenos up, but if you do, wear you some gloves. Put it all in there together. There's my flour, my Jiffy Mix, and I'm going to mix it all together before I do anything else so I can get them onions all the way through it. See how I'm doing it? That flour will make them just a little bit lighter. Gives a little bit more something for the buttermilk and egg to stick to. Now, you can put all kinds of flavorings in here. Like I say, I've done it and used jalapenos. You can even put, if you're going to do something, make like a corn fritter and put whole corn in it. Get you a can of corn, Drain it, niblet corn, put it in there. Makes good. Good, good. It's really good. Get this stuff out of the way. I like to use, I thought I got me an egg out here, but I guess I didn't. We get an egg. I sure thought I had got me an egg out. Guess I'm getting to see now. Austin likes, he's got him a fancy fryer and he likes to cook. He said he's gonna learn how to make the biscuits. He ain't, right now they still ain't got their oven hooked up, so he said, I'm gonna come out to your house and make them. He thinks I'm gonna help him cheat, but I ain't. Just cause he's a boy don't mean I'm gonna help him cheat. Okay, now I never measure my buttermilk. Ooh, I see something on that one. I never measure my buttermilk. I always just pour it till it gets the consistency that I like. With hush puppies, you don't want it runny. You want it to be able to hold in a spoon and drop off in a glob. So you don't want it real runny. Smell that buttermilk. Some people don't like the smell of buttermilk. I do. I think it smells good. I don't like to drink it, but I like to smell it. Anything I'm frying, I use buttermilk. Now this milk was some buttermilk I had and some of the milk off the butter, which is buttermilk. Does the same thing. So it's got a little bit of a sweeter smell to it. Okay, now I'm gonna mix that up. I don't right away start frying mine. I like for it to sit. And I'll tell you why. See, they say to mix this egg before you drop it in there, but I just throw it down there. I don't never do what they say. Y'all know that. If it don't feel like it's stiff enough, let me get a spoon and I'll show you. You can put some more flour in it, or you can put some more cornmeal in it. See where all my spoons are at. I have to get me a big spoon out of yonder, I guess. What you want to do, I'll show you with these spoons. It takes 2 spoons. You're going to dip up with 1 spoon, and you're going to push it off like that. But I think that needs to sit a little bit. You may have to put just a little bit more flour in it. Make it thick enough. When it sits now, it'll tighten up just a little bit. You don't want it too loose, like I say. See, I got them onions stuck in that whisk. When it sits, it'll get a little bit thicker. All bread does that. Now mix it. Let me show y'all what it looks like. Can y'all see it? Now mix it. Let it sit just a minute. I think I'm gonna have to put just a tad more cornmeal in it, because I want to rush it. I got my grease over there in my fryer, my Fry Daddy. So I'm putting this on the top. I ain't putting much. I'd have put a little bit too much buttermilk in it. Now see, that's tightening up. Like I say, because you are going to drop this by spoonfuls into the oil, you want it to be a little bit tighter than you normally would have it. Because when you're doing fried cornbread, you're making patties. It don't matter so much. But with this, you want it to stay a shape. See, that's getting good there. Just taking, see that? And if you do want it, it don't look right, add a little bit more cornmeal to it. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. It'll be fine. It's gonna taste good. You can put a little cayenne in this, make it a little bit hot. You can put seasonings in this, but I just like regular old hush puppies. I can take some tiger sauce and just eat these after they're fried and nothing else. Don't need nothing else. Just a little bit more. See, I told you I can't never get nothing right. Y'all, I'm back. Some of y'all would like to know, turn my oven on with my belly. That's what you get for being fat. Some of y'all want to know, how do you tell when your oil is ready to fry? Okay, one way you can tell, and I'm going to pull y'all closer so you can see maybe, if I don't drop my iPad down in the oil. If you take a wooden skewer, and the light ain't real great in here, take a wooden skewer and put it down in the oil. If you see it bubble, put it over here with you right away. That ain't working too good, is it? You'll know that your oil is ready. And that's what mine's doing, it's boiling right away. So it's ready. You don't want it too hot, but you don't want it too cold either. That's just right there. Okay. It's gonna be really hard to show y'all because this thing won't tilt down enough. Okay. I take 2 spoons, and there is my mixture. Can you see it? Or is it too bright? See it? Right there. And I'll take my mixture and I'll stick my spoon in it. Okay? See, I got a spoonful. Then I'll come over here and I'll push it off with another spoon down. Now I use a tablespoon. I don't like mine too big. And then I'll do another one. Just see it drop down in there. I usually try to get closer, but kind of hard when I'm trying to film in this. And I'll do another one. You can do a whole bunch. Try to get close to the oil, then you won't have to worry about it splashing you. I take that skewer that I check my grease with, and I roll them. Roll them around. You want them to get done on all sides. I'm only doing 3 right now to show y'all. See how it's already turning brown? Ain't quite done yet. Just let it roll. Oh, I can smell that onion cooking in them already. Do some more. Do some more. Let me get a little closer over here so they can do some. On this side. Kind of hard with this hood. Let me roll it with my skewer. I'm going to roll them around. They float up, see, in that oil. And if your oil's good and hot, they won't be greasy. And that buttermilk and all make them really, really good. We'll let them cook just a minute. But if you wanted it to taste more like onion, you can put some onion powder in there with it, or you can put more onions. Howard likes onions in his. So, I just wanted y'all to see it. Cooked all the way through. They're not heavy. Have a good crunch. They're good. But they could use more onion. So, and if you want a big cruncher, fry them longer. They're not greasy at all. So, I'm going to go and download this video for Austin so he can cook some today. Like I say, I used a big spoon with that. And if you want them smaller, use a teaspoon to rake them off. I like mine a little bit bigger.